Okay, I'm going to do the artillerymen that we have from various manufacturers all in one group here. Well, first of all, the guns we use, since the game we play makes an effort to be historically accurate, the armies are imagination type armies, so we just paint them up however we want to and come up with fictitious countries and stuff. And the guns I use are Alternative Armies Flintloque guns. For the horse guns, I use the Albion single rail trail guns with the shorter barrels. See here when you see compared to the other ones I use. For the, see the difference there. So we'd use the single trail, shorter barrel for horse guns for all the armies. And for the foot guns, we use the double trail Ferroc guns with their longer barrel. And of course, either horse or foot can have the howitzers, and those are also from Alternative Armies from their Flintloque range. Okay, so that's the guns that we use. Okay, for figures here, this first set here is front rank Polish horse artillery. So you can't get much better than front rank. Really large, kind of squarish, but beautifully sculpted. And these figures are the kind of figures that I would consider are sculpted by someone who also paints, because they are super easy to paint because the details are raised. They're not sculpted real flat, and so like the belts and well the plastrons, everything, all the details are raised, and these things are super easy to paint up beautifully. Anyway, these are Polish horse artillery, Czapska. I'm using them as a horse howitzer battery. French foot artillery in full dress. 2 sets from Foundry. These guys here I'm using for battery of Guard foot artillery. These are Old Glory, French Old Guard foot artillery. Not the best figures in the world, but they're priced right, and they don't paint up bad. Next, these are Foundry, Russian horse artillery and caterpillar helmet. So pre-1812. Very nice figures, but very expensive. Here's another battery of Foundry, Russian horse artillery and caterpillar helmet. And the last one that I have here mounted up and ready to go is front rank French Imperial Guard horse artillery. These guys are just beautiful. Alright, so that's it for the artillery. The next pan I have cavalry. These are Old Glory. First regiment is Old Glory, Imperial Guard Grenadiers cheval. Very nice figures. And for the money, these guys are the best value. You get 10 figures in a pack for $35. But if you're an Old Glory Army member, you get a year's membership for $50, and everything gets 40% off. So I think that works out to $21 for 10 figures. You know, $2.10 a piece. How are you going to beat that? Anyway, these guys are really nice. Nice sturdy figures. One complaint I always had about Old Glory swords is the cross section of them is square. These guys aren't so bad though. So anyway, that's the Grenadiers à cheval. Next Old Glory Cavalry Regiment, Cuirassiers. Very nice dynamic poses. Again, you can see the swords aren't so extremely square cross-sectioned, and the poses are just really cool. Alright, very nice set. What I have here is French Imperial Guard, Chasseurs à cheval. Again, very dynamic poses, very cool figures. Next here we have Russian Dragoons, caterpillar helmets, so again pre-1811. Again, very dynamic poses, they paint up real nice. You can get a little better look at how the swords are kind of square cross section though, but that's a minor point for considering all the positive aspects of these figures. I usually don't put a standard bearer in my cavalry regiments, but for these guys I did, just to change it up a little. Also, the carbines come separate, and you glue them in place, so you can mix those up a little and make them look like they're hanging at different angles and stuff. Really nice set. There's one, two. I have two regiments of these guys, so I'll actually have a brigade of Russian Dragoons. Here I have a regiment of Russian Cuirassiers. I've already painted up the other regiment that goes with these guys, so brigade with them. Again, very nice figures. And the carbines, just like on the Dragoons, glue on separately, hanging down on the right side. Again, these guys also have the pre-1811 helmet with caterpillar crest. Alright, I could tell you wanted to see them, so I'll go ahead and show them to you. This is the painted regiment, the Russian Cuirassier. There's two troopers on each side, an officer here with the trumpeter. The second stand of all troopers. Okay, I guess that's enough for this video. I'll go ahead and get this up.